Boxing star Gervonta Davis will defend his WBA lightweight title against Lamont Roach on December 14th. In Houston, it was announced Sunday evening. PBC made it official today for Gervonta "Tank" Davis' title defense of his WBA lightweight belt against Lamont Roach for December 14th on Amazon Prime Video at the Toyota Center in Houston, Texas.
It's been almost a year since you fought. Once you get in the ring, it'll have been almost a year. How hungry and anxious are you to get back in there?
I'm very hungry, man. I'm just itching. I'm itching to get back in there. But first of all, I'm grateful. We're in difficult times right now, so I'm just, honored to be back in the ring because there's a lot of people who aren't getting the same opportunities.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis posted and immediately deleted his fight poster on social media for his title defense against Lamont Roach Jr. There's no word on the undercard for the Davis vs. Roach event, but it will have to be a good one to motivate fans to shell out $75.95 to order this on PPV. If Premier Boxing champions include David Benavidez versus David Morrell for the co-feature, that would be a great value add.
Like Floyd Money Mayweather, one of the greats, one of the legends, one of the GOATs said to himself, "Sugar Tank Davis." So we know that Tank Davis loves to be painting his nails, wearing stilettos, wearing them purses. How many pay-per-view buys does this Roach Jr. coming up for 130? How many buys do you think this does, my brother?
I mean, 350 is what Tank and Frank did, and Frank wasn't a champion. Roach has been around. He lost to Jamel Herring. He came back from defeat to be a world champ. I think it'll do a good 450, 500.
I think it does maybe 175,000 pay-per-view buys if David Benavidez isn't a part of that crowd, because we know that the Ecuadorian guacamole in Arizona sun where Tuto is from. So they know that without David Benavidez, they can't bring that extra 150,000 pay-per-view buys. It looks like it's gonna crash, like the stock market one day will crash.
The fight was leaked ages ago, but now it's official. What's still to be revealed is the asking price for the PPV. That's where the real backlash will come from the boxing public, with Tank Davis being vilified. Baltimore's Davis, 30-0, 28 KOs, is ranked ESPN's number 8 pound-for-pound boxer. He is coming off a spectacular 8-round KO of Frank Martin in June.
Davis!
The bout was Davis's first since a 44-day jail stint last summer for violating the terms of house arrest stemming from a November 2020 hit-and-run incident. Davis, 29, was in negotiations to meet future Hall of Famer Vasily Lomachenko in a high-stakes bout this fall. But after talks collapsed, Davis ended up with a far less appealing bout.
Many years ago as well, man, and I saw that, man. It was a close fight, man. It was a JO 2011.
Yeah.
I was battling back and forth, brother.
Roach, 25 found 1-1, 10 KOs, will be moving up from 130 pounds, where he reigns as WBA champion and is ranked number 5 by ESPN. Against Davis, he'll be installed as a major underdog. Davis, from Washington, D.C., won the title with a split decision victory over Hector Luis Garcia in November. Roach retained his belt with an 8th-round TKO of Feargal McCrory in June. With a win, Roach will then have to determine whether he will remain at lightweight or will return to 130. A loss will leave him on the hook to next face Batagaziev, 12-0, 8 KOs within 120 days of his fight versus Davis. Davis and Roach both scored 8th-round knockout wins 2 weeks apart versus unbeaten challengers.
Lamont and Tank have history. What can you tell us about their history and how that's going to play into the fight come fight night?
They got amateur history. They fought maybe 2 or 3 times. Tank being the winner. They sparred a few times. Tank got the best of the sparring. They just bigger and stronger now, you know? Older.
Now, it's some word out there that Lamont say, you know, he got some film that don't make Tank look too good. What could that? How could that affect, you know, the outcome on December 14th?
Shit, man. Tank last 4 or 5 opponents all have film like, about how they beat him up in sparring. If that's the case, that shit happens. But fight night, we all know the outcome.
Tank's trainer, Calvin Ford, said Roach was chosen because Gervonta knows him, and it's giving back to the community. Obviously, those aren't good reasons for Tank Davis to skip over the many highly ranked lightweights in favor of defending against someone he knows.
The face of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis, just been released to the public. We know now, December 14th, Houston, Texas, he's going to be facing a very tough opponent in Lamont Roach. Can you tell us a little bit about the history between them two?
Oh man, they've been knowing each other from the amateurs, silver gloves, everything. They grew up actually together, you know. Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's gonna be a pretty interesting fight, you know what I'm saying? Because Roach he come to fight, and I think it's a great fight. Everybody talking all that stuff about why Roach, because he signed and took the fight, you know what I'm saying? And it's good for the community.
Now, do you feel like there's unfair criticism because of Lamont Roach not being as known of a fighter?
People going to do that. That's what fan does. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're going to give up bad criticism. I remember when I was saying everybody should let Pitbull fight Tank again. They was talking about that. Then when he won that belt, you know what I'm saying? Boom. So I don't get involved with that. I just go ahead and just prepare them and get them ready to put on a great performance for the fans and whatnot. You know, like I said, we just focus on the fight in front of us, and that's the fight in front of us.
The poster for the event looks good, but it takes more than that to get fans motivated to purchase an expense fight on PPV. While fans may be furious, there's no one more worthwhile for Gervonta to fight than Roach. If PBC chose Andy Cruz or Floyd Schofield as his opponent for December 14th, the criticism would be just as severe as it is for their choice of Roach. That set up quite a spark when some pointed out that Gervonta Davis has sparred with Lamont Roach in the past and even fought him in the amateurs. And while many thought the choice was interesting, many were left wondering why.
Gervonta Davis is a because instead of fighting Jose Valenzuela or Teofimo Lopez, he is fighting a complete nobody, Lamont Roach. Who the is Lamont Roach? Lamont Roach has beaten complete bums. Hector Garcia is the best boxer he has beaten. Gervonta Davis cannot be the best if he's just fighting complete bums. Gervonta Davis is a see.
At the end of the day, a fight with Roach would likely be another dominant showing for Davis. But the real test lies in facing tougher competition. What do you think? Is Tank playing it safe, or is he just too good for the competition? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to stay updated on all the latest fight breakdowns. See you next time, fight fans.